Welcome, everyone. We'll give everyone just a moment to join. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone, to this virtual pharmacy fair, school fair workshop. I am Stephanie Madrigal, and I'll be moderating this session. And we'll get started with today's session, which is exploring pharmacy career paths with CVS Health in just a moment. First, I want to provide a few housekeeping items. Although you will be muted for the entirety of the webinar, please feel free to ask questions in the Q&A window throughout the webinar. We have saved some time after the presentation to address those questions. And if there are any questions that we do not get to, the speakers will be available in their booths during the expo hours today from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. So we highly encourage you to visit them in their virtual booths during that time. Additionally, this presentation will be available afterwards. Now I'll go ahead and turn it over to our speakers to get started.
All right, thank you so much. Welcome, everybody, to our session on pharmacy career paths. My name is Herschel Jeffrey, and joining me today are Wendy Peralt and Kristen Van Vleck. Together, we are proud members of CVS Health's Pharmacy Education Pathways team, known within the company as the PEP Squad. So over the next few minutes, we're going to explore why pharmacy might be the right path for you. We'll discuss the impact of pharmacy on the larger world of healthcare. We're going to take a look at some of the career paths available within the field. And finally, we'll demonstrate how finding the right employer can make all the difference in your pharmacy journey. We will follow up our presentation again with Q&A. So if you do have questions, again, please feel free to drop them into that Q&A interface, and we'll be sure to address them at the end. So to kick us off, I'm going to hand it over to Wendy to answer the question, why choose a career in pharmacy?
All right. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Well, Herschel kicked it off. He said, why choose a career in pharmacy? And this is something we get asked often. And a couple different reasons. If science is your thing, if you really enjoy helping people, and you want a career that can truly make a difference, pharmacy could be a great option for you. And one misnomer is pharmacists just count pills, and that is just not true. They help people truly understand their medications and support their health every single day, one conversation at a time. And a lot of the reasons why we hear students have chosen pharmacy is because it offers, one, a real chance to help others and make an impact. And two is you build real relationships with your patients through regular interactions with them, seeing them over and over again. And there are limitless career opportunities, everything from hospital to community to non-retail and beyond. And one good thing, strong job demand and long-term stability in the field of pharmacy. And if you want to be involved in healthcare, this is a way to be an indispensable piece of the healthcare team. But one of the biggest perks of being in the field of pharmacy is flexibility. And many folks start as pharmacy technicians right after high school. There you're going to learn on the job, you're going to get into healthcare really quickly. And if you decide to keep on going, you can eventually become a pharmacist and you can earn over $100,000 a year. And what's great is there are many, many different pharmacy programs to choose from, and some you can even complete online. And pharmacy allows you to decide your future. It allows you to decide your flexibility and your impact. And wherever life takes you, a pharmacy career can definitely grow with you. All right. So when we talk about pharmacy careers, we're really talking about meeting patients where they are and as part of a larger healthcare team. And most people think of community pharmacy first, and that makes sense. This is where pharmacists and pharmacy teams interact with patients every single day. They answer questions, they administer vaccines, they help manage medications, and they support overall health across the counter at your local drugstore. And you'll also see roles here on the screen like pharmacy technicians and interns, business and operations leaders. It really takes a whole team to keep things running smoothly. And every single one of those people are critically important. But a pharmacy career doesn't necessarily have to stop at the retail counter. There's also a lot of specialized pharmacy careers for patients who may have more complex healthcare needs. There are managed care pharmacists who can help make sure people get the right medications and at the right cost. There's specialty mail order pharmacists who focus on higher cost or specialty medications, often for long-term or serious health conditions. And with home fusion, pharmacists help patients receive treatments at home instead of being confined to a hospital, which can be life-changing for those patients. And the big takeaway here really is that pharmacy careers are incredibly diverse. Whether you like working directly with patients, whether you like working behind the scenes, or somewhere in between, there is most likely a place for you in pharmacy. So I will hand it over to Kristen now to talk to you about different career paths.
Awesome. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy gave an amazing overview of the different opportunities within pharmacy, but I'll talk a little bit more about concrete career paths within some of those business units. So Wendy mentioned that starting off as a pharmacy technician is not only a great career option that offers its own opportunities for growth, but it's also an introduction to the field of pharmacy, allowing students earlier in their career to try it out for themselves. So for pharmacy technician roles, there's no prior experience or certification needed to start out. CVS Health provides comprehensive training through our LearnRx program during the first 90 days of employment, designed for those to really excel as a pharmacy technician. There are certain requirements that vary by state. So in some areas, you may need to become licensed or nationally certified to practice as a pharmacy technician. But in these cases, CVS provides training and will even pay for your certification exam fees. So one theme that I hope you'll see throughout this presentation and that you'll begin to understand about the company is that CVS really invests in its people. And as a technician, there are many ways to develop in your role and grow with the company. So some examples that you see on the screen include inventory specialists who oversee daily and weekly inventory tasks within the pharmacy. This position allows you to gain leadership experience among your peers to ensure task completion. Further growing in the technician space, we have lead technicians who oversee all daily workflow, tasks, and roles and responsibilities within the pharmacy. And this provides a great opportunity to gain management skills by driving directives among the technician team. Next, we have district pharmacy coordinators or DPCs. They maintain pharmacist schedules for stores and district support pharmacists, so really making sure that everything is staffed appropriately. And so, yeah, highly successful technicians can really continue to further their careers with opportunities to shape company initiatives, programs, and really the success overall of CVS Health. Fun fact that our colleague Jim actually started as a pharmacy technician and he ended up in talent acquisition. So you really never know where things will take you, especially at such a large company. But a lot of people start working as a tech and they love it and they really want to continue growing within pharmacy. And so in that case, you may consider pursuing a PharmD to become a licensed pharmacist. Earning a PharmD typically involves a 6-year academic path, with 2 of those being the undergraduate prerequisites in like the sciences, math, humanities that you could get from an undergrad degree. And then this is followed by 4 years of professional pharmacy studies. Some locations have accelerated 3-year programs as well. And PharmD programs are available in all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and DC at more than 140 accredited universities around the country. And increasingly, both the prerequisites that I mentioned and the PharmD can be completed mostly or entirely online, which Wendy also alluded to. This has really improved access and the portability of these degree programs. So if this is a path that you want to follow, just keep in mind that each school or college of pharmacy has their own criteria for application. So it's important to think to the future and know where you would like to apply, just so you make sure that you are fulfilling their specific prereq requirements. You'll also want to choose a school that offers the learning format, either online or in person, that best suits your specific needs. All right, so I talked about pharm tech career pathing, and the same is true for pharmacists as well. CVS really prioritizes growth, allowing colleagues to advance their careers, and in the case of pharmacists, work at the top of their license. And this is really just to give you an idea of what's possible, right? Not rushing you all into anything, but it's great to know what, the end of the road could look like for some of you. So you likely start out as an intern. Student pharmacists often work as interns while going to school. And this helps reinforce those classroom lessons in real world scenarios. And there is an easy pipeline from technician to a pharmacy intern if and when you are accepted into pharmacy school. Next, we have residencies, which allow new grads to quickly gain the equivalent of 3 to 5 years of experience in just one intensive year-long post-grad program, which really emphasizes networking opportunities to learn about various clinical and operational roles throughout the company. CVS offers Learn RPH, which is a training program that ensures newly hired and newly licensed pharmacists will thrive as leaders within the pharmacy from day one. The program provides exposure to the most critical knowledge surrounding legal and regulatory requirements, workflow, and patient care practices. So then you may find yourself as a staff pharmacist who wants to continue to grow. And if you are interested in managing and driving a team of your own, CVS offers what is called the PMEL program, or the Pharmacy Manager Emerging Leader program. And this is where staff pharmacists work directly with the manager and district leadership to gain that experience, maybe take on some stretch assignments to prepare them to eventually lead an entire pharmacy team of their own. After that, you may consider becoming a district leader who oversees an entire district of 20, 22, 23, 24 pharmacies. And there's also a development program for that, allowing the pharmacy manager to bridge the gap, gain some of those skills to translate the skills in leading at the store level to leading a district level team. So I've covered some general education and career paths for aspiring pharmacy technicians and community pharmacists. However, as Wendy mentioned, there are a lot of other practice settings. And in a large, innovative, pharmacy-focused company like CVS Health, there are so many opportunities, and this is really just a taste of what is possible in the long term. So now I will pass it over to Herschel, who will review more about the educational benefits CVS offers to employees to help them achieve their goals.
All right, thank you, Kristen. So for students completing a PharmD program, it is vital to have a support network. And one of the best potential sources of support is an employer dedicated to your academic and professional development. Pharmacy students who choose to work part-time will not only get valuable practical experience in the industry, they'll also be able to see their classroom learnings come to life in a very hands-on way. In addition to practical experience, many pharmacy employers also offer financial assistance. As an example, at CVS Health, we support and invest in our colleagues with a variety of game-changing programs. The first is our tuition assistance program, which reimburses up to $3,000 in tuition fees per year for colleagues enrolled in educational programs applicable to their career growth. This could include prerequisite coursework required for a PharmD program. For colleagues in their final 2 years of a PharmD program, we also offer the PharmD Tuition Assistance Program, reimbursing up to $20,000 per year for colleagues who commit to working for CVS Health as a full-time pharmacist in a community setting after graduation. Rounding out our tuition assistance offerings is the CVS Duquesne University Tuition Advantage Program for colleagues enrolled in Duquesne University's online PharmD program. Tuition Advantage offers an incredible 50% tuition discount provided by Duquesne, plus the full benefits of the tuition assistance program from CVS Health, adding up to almost $200,000 in financial assistance. For colleagues who need to complete prerequisite coursework, we've partnered with Western Governors University, or WGU, on a pre-pharmacy associate's degree. This program allows colleagues to complete their prerequisites at a significantly lower cost than similar programs, and is also eligible for tuition reimbursement under our tuition assistance program. Finally, CVS Health awards scholarships each year, such as the Community Health Equity Award, a $20,000 scholarship awarded to 21 student pharmacists yearly in partnership with the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy. In addition to financial support, employers can also provide professional development in the form of internships. At CVS Health, our pharmacy internship program is designed to provide our colleagues with the skills, knowledge, and confidence they need to succeed from day one in their pharmacist roles. Once our pharmacy technicians enter the professional phase of pharmacy school, they're able to practice at a higher level as newly licensed pharmacy interns. Our interns practice at the highest level of their license by providing more direct patient clinical interactions and peer feedback and oversight as they become the pharmacists of tomorrow. CVS provides dedicated hours and training to our interns, as well as oversight and training to their preceptors to ensure they're comfortable and confident in their growth as a licensed clinician and a leader in the pharmacy. These training guidelines coincide with their growth yearly in school to ensure their responsibilities and understanding align with their transition to licensure as a pharmacist. Finally, keeping the cost in mind of these universities and professional programs, CVS Health prides itself in the support that it gives our colleagues and interns with competitive pay rates, as well as industry-leading scholarship and financial assistance opportunities like the ones we discussed just a moment ago. Another critical way an employer can support you is by laying the foundations for your career growth and diversity. As Wendy discussed earlier, CVS Health is so much more than the community pharmacy model we're best known for. With career opportunities in primary and in-home care, benefit management, infusion services, and specialty pharmacy, we provide the framework for our colleagues to grow their careers along the paths that best suit their goals, skill sets, and passions. And passions brings up another vital point. When you consider which pharmacy employer might be the best fit for you, ask yourself what you're really passionate about. What is it that's drawing you to pharmacy? Finding an employer whose purpose aligns with your own is critical to a fulfilling career. At CVS Health, our purpose is helping our patients on their path to better health. If this resonates with you, we'd be thrilled to help you on your pharmacy journey. But whatever you do decide in terms of an employer, I really want to challenge each of you to keep that purpose in mind and find a team that shares your values. So that was a lot of information in a very short time. We thank you for your attention, for hanging with us. As indicated earlier, we do have that Q&A interface. So in a moment, we would like to open it up to those questions. On this slide, this is just if you would like to learn more about CVS Health, how we can support you on your pharmacy journey. Please feel free to scan this QR code, and a member of our team will connect with you soon. But again, we appreciate your attention and engagement. We wish you the best of luck as you consider all the options in front of you as potential pharmacy students. We hope you are getting a lot out of the larger event, that you've gotten a lot out of this presentation. And now we will open it up for Q&A.
Thank you very much. And I wanted to send a quick reminder to please enter your questions in the Q&A. We look forward to reading those. It's been a great presentation.
We did want to leave plenty of time for the Q&A. We've got 10 minutes left in our session. Really, nothing is off limits. Anything that you want to ask us, we have varying degrees of experience within CVS Health, and the questions don't have to be CVS specific. If you have any questions at all about some of the challenges you might encounter within pharmacy, maybe ways that you could stand out as a candidate or as a student pharmacist. Really, anything is on the table. So feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A.
Wendy, you're on mute.
The first thing you should learn if you want to be a pharmacy student is to come off mute whenever you're talking on a Zoom call. Don't be shy to hop off to drop some questions in the Q&A. If you're thinking it, likely somebody else is as well. So don't be shy. There's a lot of tenure, a lot of experience here, and we just want to provide whatever support we can to you.
We can get one, give it another minute for last minute questions to come in. Okay, great. We just got one in the chat that says, can CVS sponsor any student who have not worked for CVS before during their PharmD journey with the intention to work with CVS for some years?
Yes, absolutely. So we are just finalizing through some of the things we talked about in the presentation, particularly with Western Governors University and Duquesne University. We're just finalizing our end-to-end tech to PharmD path. So if you join CVS Health as a pharmacy technician, you can take advantage of that Associates of Health Science degree with WGU. We help sponsor you through that in terms of our tuition advantage process. During your PharmD education, you can continue to take advantage of tuition assistance, including that up to $20,000 in your last 2 years of the PharmD program. And that part is contingent on acceptance to work as a full-time pharmacist in a community setting after graduation. So it is kind of exactly like you've described it. If you commit to work for us for a period of time after you graduate pharmacy school, then we can, of course, be there with those, with that financial assistance and those tuition assistance programs throughout your journey. Also, from a developmental and training standpoint, that internship program is, I feel it's just priceless in terms of supplementing what you're learning in school with some practical hands-on experience. But I'll defer to Wendy or Kristen if you have anything else to add to that. That was a great question. Thank you.
Yeah. You know what I would add? I would add that we are very well aware of the demands of a PharmD program as well as the prerequisites. So the requirements for remaining working are really quite minimal. We would encourage you to work as much as you feel comfortable with, but in most cases, it's a commitment of just 8 hours a month. So that's going to make you eligible for all of that scholarship money while still hopefully striking that really comfortable balance between working and studying for all those exams you have and finding that right place where you're able to practice things and still accomplish your GPA goals.
Wendy and Herschel gave such like inspirational messages. I think I will just give like a very practical one. It's totally fine if you've never worked with CVS Health before, but a lot of what Herschel said are employee benefits. So there may be like a waiting period for a few months where you have to work for CVS before you can take advantage of those benefits of an employee. But as Wendy mentioned, maintaining that employment, we try and be as flexible as possible with your schedule. We know that your academic coursework or your degree requirements are your priority. So you'll just have to maintain that employment throughout once you join. But again, these are great benefits and there's a lot of flexibility involved.
We did receive another question that says, I am a CVS lead tech for over 20 years. How can I attend school full-time while still working? What other options are there for online schools?
Yeah, that is a very good question. We do actually have several lead technicians who have enrolled in this year's CVS Duquesne University Tuition Advantage program. Um, if you need to remain full-time, if that's something that you need to do to support your family or for whatever reason you choose to maintain full-time, that is possible. It's not recommended with the rigors of a pharmacy or a PharmD program, but we have seen successful interns and successful, student pharmacists who are able to make that work-life balance and to work as a full-time employee while attending school. So it is a possibility for you to work either full-time or part-time during that. As far as other online PharmD programs, there are, I believe, about 12 to 15 of the 140 plus PharmD programs in the country that do offer an online path, which might work better for you as a full-time employee. The only one I have direct visibility to is Duquesne University, where we have that tuition advantage program. But if you would like to reach out offline, I'll go ahead and drop our shared inbox in the chat. If there's a particular university that you have questions about, or you just need general support in that space, I'd be happy to respond and we can talk it through.
I would add there too that full-time for CVS, as you may very well know, is 30 hours too. So if you're looking to maintain benefits, but still find some room to reduce your hours, you could go down to potentially 30 hours, remain full-time, maintain those benefits, and buy yourself that additional time to be able to study.
Thank you. Looks like we have time for one last question that came into the chat, and it says, is the pharmacy technician in training still available?
Wendy, Kristen, do you know if this job code is still widely used? I don't know if there's a distinction anymore between pharmacy technician and technician in training.
I am not familiar with that program personally, but I also wonder if it's just like a matter of the official job code or the official name of the position, because I do believe there is training available for pharmacy technicians. I just don't know exactly what it was called, what it was called in the past and what it is called now.
Yeah,
I do know in the past we had the tech and then the tech trainee positions, but Wendy, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, if you're coming on board and you're net new to pharmacy, meaning you've never stepped foot in a pharmacy, we're going to get you where you need to be. We're going to provide that comprehensive training. We're going to set you up for success. So you can search out positions for pharmacy technician, and it's going to it's going to lead you down the same path as a title such as pharmacy technician in training. We're going to support you all the way.
Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and we really sincerely appreciate your time. This has been an excellent session. We want to thank all of our attendees for attending and participating in this session. And as I said in the introduction, if you have any additional questions that we weren't able to get to, please visit the speakers. They will be available in their booth during our expo hours, which are today from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you all join me in thanking our speakers for their time, their insights, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon and the rest of the fair. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Everyone.